both of these are trash. They is trash, basura, doo-doo, caca, however you want to call it, all rolled in one. Today we got something special for you. The GOAT, Hova, Mr. Rock La Familia himself, Jay-Z. Just so you know, a lot of people like to claim different GOATs. You know, some people might claim Tupac, some people might claim Biggie as the GOAT. The younger generation might claim Lil Wayne as the GOAT. For us 30-year-olds, we claim Jay-Z. Because who had a better career than Jay-Z? I'll wait.
A few moments later.
This man been so consistent from his 20s all the way to his 50s. From the 90s all the way to now. Still relevant today. He just dropped a couple songs with Nipsey. He dropped the song on DJ Khaled's album, Killed It. He just killing the game. Like, there's nothing you can really nitpick about Jay-Z. Some people like to say he stole the flow from Biggie, stole some of his rhymes. But he has some infamous beefs. He had one with Cameron. He killed Cameron. He was in there with Nas. Some people like to give it to Nas. Some people like to give it to Jay-Z. But yeah, he had different type of beefs. He has his own clothing line, had his own record label. But if we talk about lyricism, like straight lyrics, there's not that many better than Jay-Z. Before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button for me. You know, hit the notification bell, join the gang, and let go. We're going to go ahead and go Reasonable Doubt, since that's what started it all. To me, this is one of the most before its time albums. It definitely got to be a classic. You had Can't Knock the Hustle. You had Devil. You had Brooklyn's Finest with Biggie. You had Coming of Age with the starting of him and Memphis Bleak. The album just dope. You know, I think it was ahead of its time. People ain't really started getting on the Jay-Z train until Volume 2. So and then once they went back, Dead President. Who could forget Dead Presidents? Where Jay-Z stole Nas's line. You made a hot line, I made a hot song. Yeah, it's a dope album. Classic. I think it has to be in the classic category, you know. So let's go to Life and Times Volume 1. I think it was alright. This was right after Biggie died, so I guess he had Puff produce it. It was a cool album. You had Sunshine with Foxy Brown. You had The City Is Mine with Blackstreet, which is a dope video, dope visual, dope song. You also had the song Where I'm From. If you haven't heard that song, check it out. The beat is stupid crazy. Like, that beat, like, to me, that's a top 5 hip-hop beat of all time. Just the way he rapping on it is so gritty, so nitty, like that New York sound. So let's get into what really popped Jay-Z off, which was Volume 2. Now, I want to put it classic because it's my favorite Jay-Z album. But a lot of people don't even put it up there. So I'm just going to put it under great. Because you had some dope songs. You had Money Cash Hoes with DMX. You had Jigga What, Jigga Who. You had Hard Knock Life, the Annie sample. You have Money Ain't a Thing with Jermaine Dupri. You had Coming of Age Part 2 with Memphis Bleak. It was just a dope album. So let's get into Volume 3. Where's it at? Right here. I also think this is a classic album, but I'm just gonna put it under great. It had Big Pimpin'. It had the Snoopy track with Juvenile. It had Mariah Carey on there. It had 12 a.m. on my way to the club. 1 a.m. Like 3 cuts in the eyebrows, trying to wild out. What's it called? Do It Again. Put Your Hands Up. Yeah, it was a dope album. To me, like, I would put Volume 2 and Volume 3 in classic, but I don't think they are classics. The most infamous Jay-Z album of all time, The Blueprint. That has to be classic. You're not telling me it's nowhere other than classic. It had the infamous Nas beef where he had the takeover. He had Girls, Girls, Girls on there. He had Song Cry, which Song Cry is my favorite Jay-Z song of all time. It's just the way he killed it. I was just girls. I was going to get right back. You can't turn a bad girl good, but once a good girl's gone bad, she's gone forever. Like, that was just a dope album. Like, he had Renegade with Eminem, where they said Eminem killed him on it, which it was, he kind of did, he kind of didn't. That's a classic album. So then he released part 2 to Blueprint, which we're going to put in I liked it. I think it should be great, but we're going to put it in I. He had it started off with, had a dream I said, about who I said, about big I said, that's big he said. And he had The Watcher with Dr. Dre. He had Poppin' Tags with Big Boy and Killer Mike. And I think Twista on the song too. He had Lenny Kravitz on there with Guns N' Roses. Yeah, that was just it was a dope album, you know. All right, so we got the Black Album, and if you grew up in the early 2000s, you might remember this on MTV. They had a documentary for it showing how he did the album. It was all top of the dome. He didn't write nothing down. It was all freestyle. That's what's crazy. That's another thing that makes him a great, because he's able to just freestyle it. Lil Wayne copied that from him, learned from him in order to freestyle everything you rap. They had 99 Problems on the album. They had Change Clothes. And one of my favorite songs on the album was Lucifer. It was a dope album. Definitely classic. I think that them three right there, if you wanted to tell the Jay-Z story, you can't leave those 3 albums out. So let's go into Jay-Z, The Dynasty. We don't put that in I. To me, it's not really a Jay-Z album. It's a Rockefeller album, Rock La Familia. They had the Change the Game. I think they said they had Hey Poppy. I'm not sure if that was on that album or if it was just on the Nutty Professor 2 soundtrack with Timbaland and Memphis Bleak. It had I Just Want to Love You, which I didn't know that was on the album. It had Get Your Mind Right with Snoop Dogg. This Can't Be Life with Scarface. So then we gonna get into two GOATs, because I think R. Kelly is the greatest R&B singer of all time. Put aside how you feel about his legal problems, because Bill Cosby has it, Michael Jackson has it. Put all that aside. R. Kelly is the greatest R&B singer of all time. And when the two juggernauts put this together, it was supposed to be good. You would think it was going to be great, especially when they dropped the Fiesta song, but you thought it was going to be dope. It really wasn't. They had the Guilty to Prove It Innocent, but it was alright, you know. But the second one, Unfinished Business, was straight doo-doo. It's trash. I can't remember no songs on there. Yeah. So then we're going to get to, if you remember MTV, they used to have a show called Unplugged, where they'll have artists, instead of having their beats, they'll have acoustic sounds in the background of a band or orchestra playing. Jay-Z did this. After that, they did this Linkin Park one, where Linkin Park did all the music to Jay-Z songs, which was dope. So we're going to put that in the great. Just how they mixed Jay-Z and Linkin Park together. It was like, I think to me, the greatest behind when Aerosmith and Run DMC did Walk This Way. So then we're going to get to Watch the Throne with Kanye. Another time when they got together, you thought it was going to be great, which I think it was alright. Because they had the Ham song, which was the dope song. The Otis was a dope song. So you thought it was really going to be great. It was alright. It was cool. I thought it was going to be better than what it was. I can't really remember no other songs besides those 2 songs. Then they had one with Frank Ocean, which was dope. But yeah. Alright, so then he drops Blueprint 3. We're putting that under I think it could have been a lot better. He finally got J. Cole on a song. I really can't remember no songs from Blueprint 3. That's how bad it was. They had On to the Next. That's the only song I know with Swiss Beats. I can remember on there. Alright, so if you're a big Jay-Z fan, you might want to turn away, because this is where I trash Jay-Z. Alright, these 2 albums right here. These 2, you had American Gangster, trash, where he was trying to be like Frank Lucas, because that movie came out. You had the Blue Magic song, and then you had the Rock Boys, and then you had Kingdom Come, which other than Lost Ones or the Ones, that album, both of these are trash. They is trash, Basuda, Doo-Doo, Caca, however you want to call it, all rolled in one. Show Me What You Got, Bird Lady, that was trash. I hated that song. I don't even know. That's not the Jay-Z. That's a clone to me. That's not the Jay-Z I know. You know. So then he took a couple years off, and then he brought us Magna Carta, which Magna Carta was dope. He had Justin Timberlake on there. He had Rick Ross. F With Me, You Know I Got It, which was a dope song. My Beach Is Better, which is only like a minute long song, but the song's so dope. And then he dropped 444. A lot of people want to put it classic. I didn't really like it. This is like the woke Jay-Z. So if you want to hear woke music, like conscious music, that's where you want to go to. So I'm going to put it under great. It wasn't it was good. It was great. You can't complain. And then he dropped the Beyonce Jay-Z album, which I can't tell you any songs on there. We're going to put that under I. Yeah. So that wraps it up for this. So let me know if you think I have anything wrong. Like, I think you can't tell a Jay-Z story without these 3 albums right here. So those are classic to me. I wouldn't change those. If you would change that or add something to it, let me know in the comment section what you would put under classic if it's not these 3, if it's something else. Or what do I have too high? Should I bring anything down? Let me know. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll holla.